Sí, eso es lo que, sí.
We're ready to go. Well, welcome everybody to the new conference session of the conference cycle that we have in the Master in Digital Twins around different topics having impact on the building of digital twins. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing to... Sorry, there's an echo. Let's try to correct that echo. So today we are introducing a different topic to those that we have had so far. So in the past sessions that we have had in the conference cycle, we have been discussing and presenting different applications of digital twins and on a variety of areas of civil engineering, architecture. We have spoken of energy, of Olympic Games, of building on bridges, etc. But today we are presenting a completely different approach. We want to discuss how a company has needed, a consulting engineering company has needed to rethink the model to their organizational model to be able to cope with the challenges of digital technologies and to cope with the needs that they expect and that they are already being demanded for of their clients. And this today is also kind of a professional love story. A professional love story of two people that come from different areas of engineering. We have an architectural engineer and a telecommunication engineer. One of them is expert in BIM, a BIM manager, and the other one is an IT consultant expert. And they started meeting and realizing how they had to put together both the BIM models and the new IT technologies to be able to develop the digital twins that they saw that were needed to cope with the requirements of their clients. And this is applicable not only to civil engineering, because IDOM is a global engineering company, and their intention is to apply this structure, organizational structure of digital twins to the different areas that that they manage. So without any more time for introduction, let me introduce you to Miguel and Arkaitz. Thank you very much for coming today, for coming from Bilbao and San Sebastian. It's great to have two guys, one of them coming from Bilbao and San Sebastian here. And let me also thank Victor Aparici, He's a learner of the master and that has made this conference possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Fernando.
Thank you. Well, thanks for the good presentation. Thank you very much. Thanks for school, so for Idom College. So let's get started with the presentation, the title. And for us, it's very important, the title, because we are talking about the journey, no? The journey on engineering consulting firm vision, okay, about the digital twin. So we start to talk for the beginning and also finalize today, and also how we see the future, okay? So quickly, let we about us, talking about us, sorry, but this presentation is not useful now, but please, Arkaitz, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Miguel. Well, first of all, thank you, Fernando. It's a pleasure to be here with all of you. First time in the school. I don't know if it is your case as well. Nicely surprised by so much knowledge here. Okay. So, well, let's talk. Well, I will place myself here. Okay, so it appears on camera. Okay, I guess that some of you already know about us, about Idom. Idom basically is a professional services company in the fields of consulting, engineering, architecture areas, okay? We are over 5,000 people all around the globe, okay? And we, let's say, deliver professional services all around the globe in more than 100 countries from our 45 offices, okay? So as a company, we are quite different from other engineering big companies, because first of all, ownership of our company belongs to the employees of Idom, okay? So the company owns to their own people from Idom. And our values, really quick, okay? It's mainly the customer, the client is always in the middle of the picture, okay? So we are an organization really focused on giving added value to the customers, okay? So everything is about the customer. The customer is in the middle. And we do it with people of Idom, organizing in different, let's move to the next one. Well, this one, from people organized in different technical areas, okay? So we are really good an industry, okay, which is our background from the beginning of the company. Infrastructures, okay, which is one of the main pillars in Idom. Consultancy and architecture, okay? So all of us, all those 5 people in Idom are placed in one of those axes, okay? So each of us, we work on a different kind of activities, okay? Victor works in infrastructure, Miguel works in BIM management in architecture and infrastructure projects, and I work myself in IT projects, okay? Well, let's go into the digital twin transformation journey, okay? So how started everything, Miguel?
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, was a casualty for us. I mean, as architectural or as a BIM manager, we work with a lot of BIM methodology, also expertise in some software like Autodesk, with I5C, under the ISO. Also, you are working with other technology. Also, other department has working with other software, let's say, methodology. Well, one day we made the question, no?
Yeah, that's the point. At the beginning of 2000, I don't know, I don't remember. Okay, there are so many years in the company that each of us, each of the technical areas, let's say, we are working on something that we didn't expect to put it together. Okay, so they were really keen really good at ISOs, at bean management, okay, open bean. And in IT consulting area, well, in digital area, let's say, we were really good at, let's say, ERP systems, industry systems, geographical systems. And as you know, in the recent years, IoT, big data, artificial intelligence, virtual reality, that we have our own team, is getting, let's say, a protagonism in all the picture, okay? But we didn't know about each other, okay? We were in that time a big company, and all of us, we were working in our narrow, focused field of activity, right? So,
No, sorry, but I would like to explain that in our case, in the BIM process, we work at the most company or engineering company, like working with 3D models, get the data, get drawings, combine it, with analyze, excuse me, integrated with dashboard. Other uses in BIM process, but we start to see the need to collaborate with other technical area like IT, because we need this opportunity to improve our process. That's in my world in the past.
yeah, this was what's the core business, okay, we use for engineering activity. And as in the consulting IT department, okay, we are working mainly with SAP ERP systems, PLM, okay, we are integrating Solid Edge, SolidWorks into PLM system, okay, managing 3D models with lots of metadata, okay, into systems, okay. So at that time, at the beginning, the request we got in the IT consulting area from infrastructure was always the same. We lack a common integration platform when managing BIM projects with lots of tools that take part in that picture. And we need an integration platform for integrating those tools, because every time we had to integrate and sync this information, it was a nightmare for them. So they were asking for a central database and some interfaces. So every time they were working on BIM methodology, information could go to the CDE or common data environment.
Yeah, it was our first vision about the data integration, not because the IFC, we didn't like it because it's not properly development at this time, and also we don't have the tools and knowledge to extract the data. And our first idea was create a central database, just avoid the geometry and put all the data in a database, like my SQL.
Yeah.
And
everything connected. And this is what we did, okay? And they were really happy at that time, okay? Because they have their issue solved, okay? But
sorry, Arkaitz, let me say that this was the first time where IT and architectural department work together. And
so strongly it was, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Well, we cooperate depending on the project. I mean, for one customer, if the customer needs different skills, architecture or engineering, IT skills, we mix the teams together, okay? Multi-technical area team, and that's what they work on, okay? But in terms of a platform on an internal development, it was one of the big, let's say, that was the beginning of, okay? So we thought, okay, we are working on BIM solutions. We are really strong. We are an S3 partner on geographical information systems, okay? And we are really strong at SAP, which is a technology company for enterprise programs, okay? So we say, wow, if we are working, I mean, myself, if we are working and integrating SolidWorks, Solid Edge with PLM system, and we are engineering architecture company, shall we do it the same with infrastructures, BIM designs? So we knocked the door of one of the big players, technological players, SAP, okay? And we asked them, hey, is there any opportunity as an SAP partner of integrating all the designs from our engineering and architecture areas? And at that time, I mean, you wouldn't see in the media digital twin. It was not, I mean, it was the beginning of I think that all the, let's say the advertisement with digital twin, okay? Right now you have everywhere the digital twin work. And at that time, the response was, no, there is no market chance for that, okay? So after a while,
let me make a comment that at this moment, the digital twin concept is not exist. Wasn't exist.
But it's everywhere. I mean, everyone has
like a big data,
exactly,
so on, so on.
Exactly. So. That's the point, okay? So after a time, after I think it was a year and a half, we received a phone call, okay? Because this was what Miguel and me talking about the initial project, what we have thought about, okay? It was a common decision.
And curiosity, yeah.
And they called us back and they told us, we have an opportunity for you, okay? So this was our first prototype, okay? We launched a proof of concept in Ferrocarriles de la Generalitat de Catalunya between IDOM team and SAP team, okay? With people from the States and, well, for integrating, basically, we have a BIM design digital model, okay? Based on an IFC.
IFC, yeah.
Okay? So we run it through a system, developed system, and we, let's say, broke down totally the digital twin into little pieces, equipment, maintenance equipment placed in different locations, okay? And we, let's say, uploaded it to an asset management tool for maintenance purpose, okay? So we tested the digital twin, okay? Where you could, let's say, go through in this case, it was a railway station, okay? You could go through the railway station and you can
see the properties,
get the metadata and so on. But if you change by maintenance area any data, the data came back to the original design platform, which was Autodesk Revit in this case, okay? So we closed the loop of information between different sources, okay? We were talking about design area, and we were talking about maintenance area, which, even if it's quite surprising, if you don't believe it, the ownership of data belongs normally to different areas, but those areas do not normally talk to each other. That's one of the problems that every organization has nowadays, okay? So we did it. It was a success. We succeed with IDOM and SAP, and we developed some capabilities as IDOM, and we learned some lessons from that experience, okay? And they were, first of all, developed capability was understanding or managing IFC data structures, how to organize information into the 3D parametric equipments. Two, we discovered cloud at that time, okay? Which what, I mean, nowadays quite common, but it was the first time we discovered. And we discovered as well a facility management suite, okay? Software suite where you could, let's say, optimize your maintenance operations. And we learned at that time when we did this proof of concept that everything was to be made. I mean, it was the first time.
You know, it's a best of breed solution. Everything is by development.
Exactly.
The technology or the tool, yeah.
And second point, that digital twin that we'll explain later, it's all about integrating data into different IT tools. I mean, if you see it from a technical point of view, the main character of the movie is data, okay? and this is the third point, okay? All our problems about, let's say, integrating information from a design tool, in this case, Revit, and integrating it into a maintenance model, it was all about different languages, okay? About interoperability, semantic, okay? Of the data that we were trying to join, okay? That's really important. We are putting together two different systems that they have nothing to do with each other. And that was a challenge because we had so many problems with data, okay, that we have to work on. And continue, yeah. So after finishing the project,
We made a question.
Everyone was happy, and our question was, what is a digital twin? I mean, what is a digital twin and what for? Okay? We talk about simulations, we talk about prediction and optimization, decision making. But in fact, let's say, our way of being, I mean, the way we work in IDOM really target at customer problems. For us, it was a clear target, solving our customer problems or challenges. So we didn't mind what the digital twin was, but solving the customer issues. So we understand nowadays, I mean, this is, let's say, the official, no? What a digital twin is. A digital twin, which is, there is no a single definition. I mean, you may say, no, Arkaitz, it's not complete. Okay, we could agree, I mean, but it's an infrastructure, engineering process, system, or even a product, digital representation, 3D representation, in any stage of its life cycle. I mean, it could be in design phase, it could be in construction phase, or it could be at the latest stage of operation, okay? It doesn't matter. For real world asset optimization and decision making. I mean, the digital twin, from our side, what we understand needs to be is a digital representation that needs to help you in your real activity, in the business you do, okay? How? By simulation, okay? Shall I predict if I change some parameters, how the real infrastructure is going to behave? Data analysis, okay? Data analysis, it's one of the main pillars, and representation, and some other technologies such as augmented reality, IoT, machine learning, whatever you want, and whatever you want to put in that salad of different ingredients, it's valid, as long as you add value to the customer business need, as long as you solve customer problems. That's our idea, okay? So we are really practical on that because, well, we'll see, okay? So after finishing this proof of concept, well, we started, let's say, launching those projects, okay? With different targets, I mean, with different user cases for solving the problems. In our case, the main one was facility asset management for maintenance purpose. How can we optimize, or how can we help the customer doing a better maintenance for their equipment and assets and consuming so much time in it, okay? This was one of the ideas. So we jump into the different case, and we repeated once again with SIP the whole process that I won't explain now, okay? But we did it in 100% on. We did it in our own, okay? And at that time, we learned how to do it technically, okay? We understood that this part of the process where we take the IFC, we have to break it down. And we found that we have lots of extensions, file extensions, and that there are lots of data structures. And we did it with Python, okay? We did a kind of workflow that it, let's say, broke the building into little pieces, and we uploaded each of them to the maintenance area, okay? So really quick, lessons learned. make it yours. There is no, right now, nowadays, a platform that you will just plug and play and have a digital twin. You have to make it yours. And in that point, the customer mandatory needs to be in, okay? Because we are doing a Sedona project for our customer. So the customer needs to understand, I mean, we need to understand which is the problem to solve, and the customer needs to be in the project, needs to be working with us, okay? 2, surprise. For a digital twin, let's say, implementations, there are so many different skills and roles needed, Miguel?
Yeah, because we see that it's not a thing for IT or architectural department. We see that we need developers. We see that we need managers, being specialists, and so on. So that's the very important point in this case. And also keep it simple, but always not in just in digital twin. Always we need to keep it simple because it's a new tool for the client. And if is like the other slide, if this tool is not useful for the client, it will be work with the tool, sorry. And well, that's our first conclusion for our first real project, right?
Shall we see the video? So, I mean, you get let's say an image of what we do. So let me explain it really quick. This is a real project for a big industrial automaker, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So we've got our building in IFC. We will just drag and drop the IFC file into a hot folder. And that hot folder triggered the workflow, and it will start, let's say, taking from the building each of the equipment, as if it were a Lego, okay? We take one piece, you validate what kind of piece is it. I mean, is it a let's say, electrical equipment? Is it a door? Is it a valve? What is it? And depending if it was an electrical equipment, you have, let's say, some metadata required. You have some characteristics, power, I don't know, whatever electrical brand, so many characteristics depending if it were a valve, if it were a door, if it was an electrical equipment, okay? So it was uploaded into this asset management suite, okay? Which is, this software is specialized for maintenance purpose, and the maintenance area will get the whole picture, okay? So once...
Sorry, let me just, let's comment. If we have, what was the case, if we have prepared properly the information, the platform create a 3 very organized and also with all information related to the last 3 organization maintenance 3, I mean.
Yeah, so that's important. If the data was properly structured, okay, the semantic and ontology of both sides were, I mean, put together, you were always, I mean, you were capable of integrating this information directly from the IFC equipment information,
yeah,
right?
Here we see the Revit property directly in the platform. And let's say that this property is it's created in an automatic way. In other case, the maintenance, the guys that they make this asset in the platform or put this asset in the platform, they do manually. So for us, sorry, for them, yeah, it's a waste of money, it's a waste of time to do this task. So in this case, it's so.
And not only that, move forward, please. Yeah,
sure.
We upload it as well. We got documentation. I mean, for each equipment, maintenance area will have all the thousands of equipments of the building automatically created or synced with synchronized into the digital twin, and we upload it Okay, this is the arena. I mean, this digital twin is uploaded in the cloud. Okay, you could go through your mobile phone, you could get an iPad, or even you could get, with augmented reality, and you could place it in the table, right? You could navigate or surf through it. This is the maintenance system, okay? And just to show you, this is SAP. When we change some parameters, we develop an back-forward interface, okay? That once you change the information, move to the end, if you want, Miguel. Okay, well, these were the documents uploaded, okay?
This is the 3D object.
The 3D, the piece, of that drawn part, okay? This was an electrical equipment with all the original values. And if you change one of the values, okay, those characteristics, and you change it to any value, okay, those values are not valid, okay, are just for the video recording. The information in the original IFC file, well, in this case, in the original editing Revit file, would be updated, okay? So how we did it? This is a requirement. We need to have both sides, maintenance and engineering sides, totally integrated. We cannot, it's a waste of money, a waste of communication. It's an issue, having one value of 400 volts in one side and having something different. So we developed ourselves in IDOM using Autodesk.
Revit API.
Revit APIs. We developed the interface. So once you click in one side, Revit will connect to SAP, and we integrate both sides, okay? This was the experience. From that time on, just move forward to the next one, Miguel. Yeah, thank you. We say, okay, we were showing the video everywhere in the company, okay? The customer was delighted with IDOM team. Even, it was, the main directors saw the case and they love it. We even, Miguel and me in IDOM, we took part in so many meetings for showing the rest of our colleagues what we did. And at the end, it comes to our mind. What we did, this is a digital twin. No, this is not a digital twin. So coming back to the original purpose of the digital twin, we said, okay, we need to make the best of maintenance system. How do we do it? Second step for being a digital twin. One, we integrated IoT service. So we were getting signals from the valve, from the electrical equipment, so on. And once we had it, we employed maintenance predictive algorithms for evolving a reactive maintenance model into a holistic model. So the system will tell us, let's say, the health of its equipment, so you know where you need to act. Instead of having a periodic maintenance checking from time to time all the equipments, the system, based on the signals, has the capability of telling you, hey, this valve has been operating over pressure before during this time, okay? So you need to act on that. That's what you need to go in, okay? And this is where we are currently, okay? I would love to tell you what we have success that is work. This is the third step, is what nowadays we are working in, okay? This is a user case, but we realized that this was a facility management digital twin, but there were some other user cases that Miguel will explain, okay?
Yes, at the same time, we were working in a different case, because this sample is a track building data in construction phase. The client want to organize all the data and linking with the BIM element. So we develop a viewer or platform where we can send the data and linking and store it in a database. In this case, Postgres database and SharePoint database. In this case, the client can select the data, can upload the data and put in the same in the same place. I'm going to move quickly because we don't have
we
time.
are short
Okay,
of
but
time.
this is a other solution. It's about scheduling and progress control. We connect our construction platform or cloud platform. We deployed or developed or other BIM solution without license because the, oh, sorry. Yeah, let's start here. So we, our intention here is was developed one solution without license, without installation, and not heavy software platform to track the data. So we won't select, but only select the element and put a value to track the progress. And then also connect this progress with a Gantt or a scheduling or a planning, a construction planning to track the data.
So we let you follow up the construction and make it, it's help you in the decision making, right?
Yes.
Okay.
This is the result, and it's super faster, and also, well, as I mentioned, it's not necessary other installation.
And this is where Miguel and the team discover Autodesk development capabilities. Okay. So we already had in our, let's say, in our capabilities IT services, we had SAP with Python services, and we felt at that time really comfortable working with Autodesk add-ons.
Yeah.
So another user case, okay, that we move really quick. Health asset management. I mean, we work in Bulgaria. It was in a hospital,
Children
hospital, where we have built the, let's say, the BIM model, and the customer wanted all the equipments to be, let's say, put into the hospital during the construction phase to be controlled for decision making, for integrating, let's say, different information platform. The customer wanted to have multiple data sources
in Excel,
and in other, let's say, other platforms into a common app that, and all the, let's say, copied or of control to be, let's say, visual, okay? Because we are human being, and the visual information gets much more easier when you see it, okay? For example, in this hospital, rather than when you see in an Excel spreadsheet, okay? It's clear? So this is what we did, okay?
Yeah, let's make a comment. So what you see here is a room of hospital. This room of hospital is linking and connected with your data, the data, and also with the equipment. And the maintenance, the guy of the Burgas hospital can be managed this data, upgrade new data, upgrade new document, upload this data in one platform. So was so useful for them.
And it had the capabilities of integrating, let's say, different IT capabilities that bring this digital twin to life, okay? So if you realize all the digital twin projects we have built in IDOM, start with a little proof of concept. We make, let's say, a common the platform in the information platform, and then we continue integrating IT systems or IT capabilities that make it alive, right? And this is another example that I cannot play any video for confidentiality, okay? But we've been partners from Esri in his systems since I was in the company, well, in 2006, okay? And for example, one of the usages we have is for port management optimization. So in this case, it's with Arkaitz, okay? You've got the layer, the layer by layer, you have in a map different information, in real time, integrating information from cameras and so on, than one, let you have the real picture of the port situation at that time and make a decision making, okay? And and different information integrations, okay? This is one of the cases. Some other what we did, for example, with Amazon technology was in a parking area, okay, with having the map and having lots of cameras, we were able to know how many park area was empty, okay, not occupied by cars or lorries, okay, and predicting based on different information input how this, let's say, occupation percentage would move, okay? So
this is the different way to do it.
And it happened, I mean, as long as we were integrating all of us, all the technical areas with different user cases, I mean, digital twin in IDOM is everywhere. I mean, if you talk to architecture, they talk about the digital twin. If you talk to engineering, manufacturing, they talk about the digital twin for energy consumption purpose, okay, for green steel plants. If you talk to other teams, everyone talks about the digital twin, but each of us, we speak about different user case. So Miguel and me, we discovered that there were some others coming to the point of the digital twin, okay? Talking about engineering process optimization in Aveva, okay? And port optimization, manufacturing lines, okay? If you got a, let's say, a stamping line that you want to optimize the production line, you've got the option of getting the digital twin with IoT, okay? Well, it takes another session of explanation, which is the component that makes the breakthrough in the digital twin, okay? So based on that, we built the IDOM Hub.
Yeah, eHub or iHub, or well, the new IDOM digital transformation strategy comes from these demands. So we are creating different work teams to specialize in this area. One of them is digital twin, artificial intelligence, security information, document management, and so on. All visit our philosophy, right?
But so we are all together.
We are all together
in a room. Okay, we are all together in a room talking about user cases, about the problems our customer have, or even our internal customer. Okay, the organization for engineering making the problems we have, the challenges we've got, and we think together from different multidisciplinary views, which is the best solution, and which is the technology in which we will develop the solution, right?
Yeah, in order to give support and help to the rest of the area. It's not a thing or specific area. It's just to support all the areas, right? So now, well, let's talk about to the future, or how we see the future.
Present, future, no?
Present, future. I mean, very quickly. Well, we create some hubs, but this hub is connected between them. So we have we have artificial intelligence. We also have BIM or digital twin. Well, we are renaming but we talk about the same. We have document management, other extended reality, quantum computing, big data, and so on. All together around the information security, because in all conversation we are talking about the information, right? So, well, in the future, our betting or bet is go directly to the best of breed solution to explore. Okay, we are talking with Autodesk in case of Autodesk Tandem, because we see a good platform for the last region that we mentioned, because they have a lot of solution or a lot of connector. Because you think, or let me highlight it, that the most important thing for us is connect or catch the data, right? If you catch the data, I mean geometry, IoT data, SCADA data, or other management system data. If you catch the data, you can then connect with algorithm or other system. But the most important is the data. And for us, we need to work together to open the solution to access this data. And well, Tandem, I think that is work in a good way. I think so, because they are opened with other, with other source of data, no, like this. Other platform that we are building is Abeba
For engineering
for
areas,
engineering,
for
manufacturing
piping,
area,
wiring, so on. Yeah.
yeah, Unified Operation Center. Other ones, let me say, Arkaitz, ESRI, no,
Yeah.
Arkaitz, SIP.
For urban planning and for everything related to, let's say, landscapes. We are a strong partner from ESRI and we work actively on that, okay? So that's a different technology we work on. But let me, as Miguel is pointing at, you realize that there are lots of technologies. I mean, we have talked about SIP for maintenance, but you've got IBM Maximo solution as well. We've got Autodesk, we've got Abeba, we've got, let's say, lots of technological solutions, okay? For IoT CMS, we are really strong at, but you cannot be the best at everything. So you need to commit or bid your future to the best of breed. So in our case, we are selecting 3, 4, let's say, big best of breed solutions, the best of ones that in the evolution of the digital twin, everything will concentrate. I mean, the big fish will take the little one in, okay? So the platforms will get in a future time bigger in a maturity stage of the digital twin. And that's what we want to have capabilities in, okay? So what we do is we are really keen on SAP. We are really good on Autodesk. Engineering side is good at Abeba. And we work in integrations. Being aware, I mean, knowing that there is no any single solution valid for everyone. But we cannot, as I repeat, we cannot be the best ones in all the technologies. So what we do is, okay, we are good at some of them, as we said. We integrate, we are IT solutions integrators. We put different worlds together, taking into account interoperability, semantic of the ontology of the data. That's, I mean,
Super
that's
important.
basis, that's basis. Making different systems work together and setting some standards for information, let's say, sending, okay? And then from those ones which our customer have they need, we collaborate with third parties, okay? We are here to bring value to our customers. So we are quite agnostic at that. We won't sell any, let's say, the same solution to everyone, as far as we know that, I mean, that's not the issue to be solved, okay? So that's what we do, okay?
Yeah, that's the question and also the answer, no? As engineering integration, as IDOM, this engineering integrator, sorry, we bet for the best of breed solution that allow us to connect and develop several data structure. Important develop because we know that not always we have what the client wants, but we need to have the possibility to develop in the platform this solution.
It's a Pareto rule. In a standard platform, we'll give you 80% of customer needs, but there is always a 20% that needs to be, let's say, custom made, okay?
And normally this is the most important part. Okay, so
we are, I think, well, 3 minutes ahead of time, but it's perfect.
Yes.
Okay, so thank you. I don't know if there is any question regarding our view in the digital twin and how we are focusing on that.
But thanks for the time.
Our connections, APIs, you mean? That's a good question. Okay, that's a good question. How we protect our knowledge or our intellectual property. We do not own our own platform. Okay, Idon is not a technology maker. We are not here in the market to say, okay, based on our projects, we'll develop our own platform and we will license it. No, it's not about Idon. We are, as I early in the beginning of the presentation, we said we are a professional services company totally focused on the customer. So for one customer, we will build one platform and we get knowledge, of course. Okay, this is the roadmap. We get knowledge from project to project, but we don't have our own platform. That's first point. Okay, so we use different technology companies' knowledge. Okay, for example, Miguel, he's really keen on Autodesk programming and APIs. Okay, myself, I've been in SAP and CAD systems, and then there is the main knowledge of Idon. It's about its customers' business. We understand about railways. We know about infrastructures. Okay, we know about engineering processes. We know about, and how do we keep it? Trying to keep Idon people in the company, having people really engaged in the company and wanted. Trying people to develop their careers in Idon, which is one of the 3 axes of our company. Okay, that's.
Propose always customer is try to share this tool that it is valid for them. Know to use this tool and try to connect and try to do integration. Sorry, thank you. And that's the point. We don't mind the software or the platform. If this platform works well, we say to the client that this platform is okay, but we need to connect the dots with know to use the tool and integrate together.
Yeah, it is. It is our methodology. It is our, let's say, knowledge. And the only way to keep it in-house is keeping those people really engaged to the project. But in terms of technology, for example, it's quite funny because when we build this industrial digital twin with IoT, the one we have shown in the video, okay, for the automaker, we integrated. So we had some knowledge, okay, in Python workflows, in SAP, as well in Revit side. And we went to headquarters, in this case of SAP, we went to Waldorf, we knocked the door, and we wanted to get the virtual reality in, okay? That was the point where we met all the German guys of SAP saying, okay, this is what we did in Idon. And at that time, we realized about 2 things. One, that we had a competitive advantage comparison with other companies, but they will get to the point. Okay, so it's just a time of, it's a matter of time that everyone gets to that point when you are, okay? So we are not, let's say, our vision is not, we know that what Idon has done nowadays, some other will develop those skills and capabilities. So we need to move forward, okay?
Yeah.
That was one point. And the other one I wanted to highlight, we realized that it's not technology for technology. In this case, the virtual reality, it didn't solve any, let's say, close time issue at that time, okay? So, yeah.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
One question?
Any other question in the room? Yeah.
What will be the biggest challenge on Idon's digital twin vision for the short and mid-term?
That's a good question as well. I don't know, Miguel, if you have I have my own answer.
Me too. Well, I think that the first point is try to combine to the different areas and to present this deployment to the rest of the area, because when they know about this solution, they can. Oh, sorry. I'm nervous. When they know that this solution exists, they can, apply in the offer or increase or scope in the project, because this solution I sure that improve or rise or quality project. So that's my opinion.
Yeah,
That's our first challenge, looking inside the company.
and having data integration. Okay, if you realize in all the digital twins we have built, well, digital twin of semi-digital twins, some of the cases, the first challenge is about data. Okay, it's about having data which you can use for simulation, you can use it for data making, you can use for optimization of maintenance, for green steel plants. For lighting up, lighting down the energy power of any of your plants. Okay. And the second point regarding data, because data is created by us mainly, okay? Well, IoT is there, but in data you have people. So when you have data in a common platform, you've got people in. And it happens everywhere. We've been over 18 years in many customers. And even in Idon, it happens, and we show it. Sometimes we work in a kind of closed areas, and we do not know what the other team is doing. Okay, so in this roadmap, we have learned to cooperate. So, which is the solution? Putting all the capabilities and technology together in those hubs. So, for us, the digital twin is a kind of salad where you have the first floor, which is data. Okay, with interoperability, standards, so on, and then depending on the case, we get in technical solutions, okay? So we cooperate. Artificial intelligence group cooperates with digital twin, so on, okay? And there is another, that's in the close term, that's our challenge, okay? Starting to have those internal database and platform, okay, all together. And in the midterm, there is another challenge of escalating, making it bigger, because it's not the same building a digital prototype, building a digital solution that may work so perfectly, and digital transformation, getting it into people, okay? Because when you get your solution, the digital platform, to the areas of any organization that start to work on a digital twin, you face new, let's say, barrier challenges and different point of view. So in all the digital transformation projects, it's all about people, okay? So escalating, you will face data issues for sure, okay? That's a pain in the neck. And the other one is making people work on that, understand and cooperate, okay? So our view is we want to make it real, the whole package, okay? So for example, we just talk about machine learning, okay, which is the truth. Are we working on machine learning? Definitely we are, okay? We have some people from mathematics, we are talking about Bayesian algorithms and so on. But then, which is our purpose as IDOM? To bring this knowledge to the customer. And it's not always so easy, believe me. It's not always so easy, okay? So we want to have, let's say, this maintenance facility management really optimized based on those algorithms, okay? So escalating it is one of the challenges. The second one, apart from data.
Thank you. Moving away from the technological point of view, I was wondering if you have balanced the costs against the revenues that you might get by developing a digital twin, because that might be the way of selling these digital twins. I mean, that will promote the transformation inside an enterprise if the people from CEOs and etc. they are eager to implement that because they get savings, bigger revenues, and so on.
Totally.
Well, this is the proposal of the e-hub. I mean, create a specialized and technological community expertise in digital twin. Also, developers, because it's definitely important, and also being specialized in digital twin. So we are wondering if as IDOM, we need to give a product, give a service, give a close project of digital twin proposed, but yes, I think that we can achieve from the e-hub.
Because it doesn't, I mean, we have repeated many times, it's not technology for technology. And when you come to those solutions, they are best of breed, but the licenses are quite high from all of them, okay, to the customer. So normally when you go, I remember getting the iPad to the chief of IT from the company, and they were looking the building, then were navigating, and it was really nice, okay? But when you need to think about the payback and the real value to the daily process to people, you say, okay, is it necessary at this time? Perhaps not, okay? So we only focused on things that the customer is demanding from our side, okay? Let's say, for example, optimizing maintenance, energy consumption. We are really focused on sustainability and green plants, okay? And then coming to the detail, for example, talking about data, it happens to us at the first beginning. In BIM methodology, let me say it, okay? I'm not a BIM manager.
Be careful.
You've got many stakeholders with lots of information. Lots of information.
And useful information sometimes.
And useful, you mean? Yeah, thank you, Miguel. That's the point. Do I need to integrate and work on mapping, filtering, and solving all the issues about data? No. Keep it simple. I mean, keep it simple and make it grow, okay? So you need to think about a platform that solves your issue. You can escalate, make it bigger, but not getting crazy, okay? Because if not, people using it, architects and so on, we say, wow, BIM methodologies, someone will tell you, if you make really, let's say, theoretical project and getting all the information, well, BIM projects are not paid, and all the work is coming back to us, and the customer is not getting the value from it. Okay, so that's always in our mind. Okay, it's the line. The digital twin makes sense. The pieces of this puzzle make sense as long as you add value to the customer or solve an issue. If not, it's a waste of time. You are totally right. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Let me check if we have any question from any of our participants in the master program. That's okay.
I have one question I was expecting when you asked at the beginning. I was thinking in security, data security. That's something that for us in the last years, I mean, we are all really concerned about data security. Okay, so to be honest, it was not in our minds at the beginning of this journey thinking about security. We were really focused on the digital twin, no, making something work, making happen, no. And right now we are really concerned about cybersecurity. Okay, why? Because we are managing our customer sensible information. Okay, and we need to be really aware. How do we do it? I mean, we have our digital twin, and now we've got a new, let's say, a new Legos part to get in. So we have built, once again, a new cybersecurity hub. So we understand that in IDOM and all the industry needs to deliver services that guarantee security standards. Okay, so we are really aware of that, and that will be a challenge as well. I mean, why? Because you have different platforms. One of them are cloud. Okay, cloud is really, I mean, it's the trend, really strong trend. You've got on-premise. You've got from Autodesk, from Aveva, from SAP, IBM. So you've got lots of communications. So yeah, that's
A good point, yeah.
yeah, that's it is, yeah, it is a complex. For example, well, it happens that depending on the country you are working in, I mean, for example, with his projects, Esri, there are certain countries that do not allow to have their information in the cloud. Some of them narrow it to say, okay, you can only have your data in a cloud system in Europe or in. So it is a challenge. That's all. Okay.
There are several requirements of everything.
Yeah, and in 5 years time, we will have something new because let's say the wheel of technological innovation, it's so fast that it's sometimes you need to stop and wow, it's shocking, no? I mean, any of you would think 15 years ago that I don't know, Copilot, machine learning, and all those technologies will, I mean, shot so strongly. So yeah.
No, that is in fact one of the biggest challenges of civil infrastructures.
Yeah.
And that is partially part of the reason why the projects that are being developed are only tests and closed projects. Because security is a challenge in operating systems.
Yeah, and let's place an example. Our security top people in IDOM, they are in some of the technical areas. Okay, for example, telecommunications area, all the equipments, all the infrastructure, all the deliveries they do need to be secure. Okay, so they got, I mean, they are playing really strong with that. But in industry area as well, okay? Those, I mean, we have some people really skilled on that because they have realized that the services they deliver, need to be so
Consider.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
Fernando.
for your time today and for the speech. It was really inspiring, interesting, and congratulations for what you've done so far in IDOM. It's the same challenge that all the consultant engineering firms have so far, but also it's the biggest challenge for the public administrations and for the construction companies, and well, it's something that they will need to go through. A different discussion is it's going to happen with the SMEs, given that there's such a need to digitally transform their organizations, and we try to help them on that process too. Thank you very much again.
Thank you, Fernando. It
Thank
was
you,
a
everyone.
pleasure, and there is a long way, no, to ahead to walk still. So, yeah, we'll see.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.